Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So, I told you related regarding poverty in the previous period. What do you mean by poverty, Famina? What is
Uh,
poverty?
Poverty is a situation in which people can't fulfill the basic requirement of life.
Their basic requirements. What all will come under basic requirement, Tomlin? What all will
Ma'am,
come under?
food, education, clothes.
Clothing, food, shelter, education, health services, all these things will come under the, yes, will come under the basic needs. Okay. Now, next is related to. I told you what all we plan actually as we got independence. Our Indian government planned introduced 5-year plans, and as a part of 5-year plans, you can see that the main aim of that 5-year plan was to remove poverty or uplift the people. Okay. Now, next is related to, I told you who all are coming in the category of urban poor and the rural poor. Then next come, you can see how can we identify the poor people, or what are the features of poor people. Okay. So the first one, you can see that they possess a few assets in the sense they might have owned some property, or they may have some assets, otherwise they will not have assets. That is the situation. Okay. Another one thing, they reside in kacha hutments. Kacha hutments in the sense, what do you mean by kacha hutments, Aparna? Kacha hutments means what? Huts. Kacha huts means what? Huts, you know what it is. What do you mean by
Yes,
kacha
ma'am.
huts? Huh? Kacha
Ma'am,
huts.
is it,
Yeah, is it?
ma'am, with mud or
With mud, or roof and all will be with the, what do you say, grass or stray, what we are using, that it will be. Okay. It's not a concrete one. They are not using any concrete here. In rural areas, you can see many of these people, they are landless people. They don't own any property. That is another feature of poor people. You can see that they are mainly, or first thing I told you regarding the houses will be very small. Maybe sometimes it will be thatched with the, what do you say, grass and all, or the roof will be made out of grass, like that it will be. Second thing, you can see some people are there, the poorest of poor will be there. They might have not have any house at all, so they may be sleeping at the roadside. That will be the situation for some people. Okay. Another one, in rural areas, if you see, some are landless people. Landless people in the sense they don't any own any property to work over there. Or rural area, you know what is the main occupation of the people? What is the main occupation of the people?
agriculture or farming.
Agriculture or farming. So they don't have a land for working. Sometimes they own land, but what happens, that will be sometimes waste land or dry land. So they have to spend a lot of money for doing the cultivation, which they don't have. So they may not spend any money for cultivation. They feel that better than go and work in some other's field. Like that it will be. Another one, starvation and hunger. Starvation and hunger, that is a particular feature of poor people. They remain hungry for a long time, or they starve. They do, because it's not that they are happy to starve. They are not taking any fasting or anything. They don't have money to buy the food. That is why they remain or they are hungry for a long time. Okay. Now another one, they don't have literacy. They don't have education, or they don't have much skills to get employment. So this is another feature you can see. They are illiterate, they are unskilled. They are unskilled, because of that reason only they are not getting any employment for them. Okay, so the illiteracy is very common among them, or illiteracy is very common among the poor people. They don't have some skills sometimes. Because of that lack of skills, you can see they are not able to get an employment. So this is another feature of poverty. Another one is unstable employment. What do you mean by unstable employment,
They
Elvina?
workers.
What is that? Unstable employment.
There will be no stable in the environment as the people would migrate in search of work.
Is it only because of migration?
They don't have enough skills to do the job.
They don't have enough skills. But you think of farming, when we are doing cultivation, it's not stable. Employment is not stable. What is one reason related to cultivation?
Farming can be done in only some particular seasons and not
Yes,
the whole
yes,
year.
very good. So farming, it can be done only in particular season. So what do you call for that particular unemployment?
Disguise.
Is it disguised? Because you told that unemployment in particular season. So what kind of unemployment it is?
Seasonal
Yes,
unemployment.
very good. Seasonal unemployment. Another one, you can see that malnutrition. Because of being hungry for a long time, or they are starving, they don't have enough money to spend on buying the food items. You can see malnutrition among the people. Okay, so when if malnutrition is there, what is the result of that? What is the effect of that? Aparna, what is the effect?
Yes, ma'am, can you repeat?
If people are malnourished, what will happen to the work, what they do, or what is the after effect of that? Can you think of
Ma'am,
anything?
if they don't have any proper
Yeah.
yes, ma'am, if they don't have proper nutrition, then whatever work they're doing, they will never have any energy, or
Yeah,
they
they will
cannot
not
do
have
that.
any energy. Otherwise, you can see they can't do the work properly, which will not earn much money for them. That is another one problem. You can see disability will be there. Sometimes serious illness will be there. And at the same time, they don't have money to treat for that particular situation. Okay. And another one, you can see chronic indebtedness. What do you mean by indebtedness? Debt, you know. What is that chronic indebtedness? Tomlin, can you say? Debt, what do you mean by debt?
Ma'am,
Debt you have heard, I have told this term before. What is that? Debt. Don't you know? Shall I go to another person?
ma'am, remain poor.
Say, it's not clear.
Ma'am, they can't escape from poverty. They
No. Grishma, can you tell? I will ask you again, just hear what it is. What it is? It's not clear. Say loudly. Aishwarya.
The money we owe to the person, like if a person lends us some money, we owe him the.
So what happens in that debt? You think of a farmer. Okay, he has taken some money from money lender. So what is the result of that?
The farmer won't be able to pay it back.
Yes. Then okay, I'll tell you one example. Farmer, think of a farmer. He has taken a loan from a money lender. You know that the loan what the money lender gives, always the rate of interest will be very high. Okay, so poor farmer, he will not be able to pay it back. Now when he is not able to pay it back, the interest goes high, and the loan amount also, whatever he needs to pay, that will be very high. Now again, to invest money for doing the cultivation, he doesn't have. So again, what he will do? What is the option?
He'll
Yeah.
Take a loan.
Again, he will take the loan from money lenders. So this goes on. At last, what will happen? Whatever small amount of land he owns, that will be taken by, yes, who? Money lender, because he owes a lot of money to money lender. At the same time, the principal amount what he has taken, with the interest what money he should pay, he is not able to pay back. So a part of land sometimes will be taken by the money lender, or you can see the whole land will be taken by the money lender. That situation of not paying back the debt, we call it as chronic. He is in chronic situation. He is in chronic indebtedness. Okay. Next one you can see, no access to electricity. If you see the poor people or the houses, if you go to the houses of poor people, you can see that sometimes those houses, they don't have electricity connection, and they are not using the fuels what we are using, or the cooking fuel what we are using. What are we using as a cooking fuel at our home? Yes, Hanna.
LPG.
Yeah, LPG. Okay. So if you go to these farmers' house, you can see that they may be using the firewood what they collect from nearby areas. Like that they will be using. They may not be having the facility of gas or kerosene stoves and all. Okay. Next one, no safe drinking water. It is not necessary that every house they have safe drinking water. Sometimes they have to go out for getting the water, or they have to walk a long distance to get the water. So this is not compulsory that this point will be there with every poor people. Where the water availability is more, there those areas drinking water is available. But you can see, think of those places where like Rajasthan and all, they have to walk a long distance to get the water. Another one you can see that is related to gender inequality. This is one main point you can see related to the poor people. What do you mean by gender inequality? Yes, anyone?
There
Karthik?
is a
Okay, wait. Karthik is keeping quiet for a long time. Yes.
Ma'am, women are not given equal right as the men.
Okay, women are not given equal right as women, that it can be. What kind of gender inequality you can see in a poor family, especially at home?
Employment,
Is it employment? No, you just see the status at home. Can you tell one example?
Ma'am, women are always made to do the household works.
Okay, household work. What about related to food? You think in that manner, how it will be?
They are always given the last priority.
They always get last priority, or something, some little more clarification can you give? In this?
Men are always made.
Okay, or you might have seen or heard that sometimes when the food is served, only men are allowed to sit in the beginning. Then whatever leftovers are there, maybe that will be served to women. So what will happen to the nutritional level of women? Aishwarya, what will happen?
It would decrease.
Yeah, it will decrease, or you can say, women are bearing the children, so they need lot of nutrition in their body. So if we see the situation at home, a lot of inequality is practiced, especially in taking food, or in the matter of division of work at home. There are a lot of inequalities. Okay, so these are some of the points you can see or you can associate with the poor people. What all points I told? Irfan, are you there? Irfan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What all points I told you? How can we identify the poor people, or what all features you can see related to poor people? Tomlin, on your video. Anjo, on your video. Yes, Irfan. Few features, few characteristics I told. Which are they?
Ma'am,
Yes.
lack of unstable employment.
Lack of.
Unstable employment.
Okay, unstable employment. What do you mean by that, unstable employment?
There won't be any stable jobs, temporary jobs.
Okay, that means maybe some months they may get work, remaining months they have to be without work. Okay, any other point? One more point.
Malnutrition.
Okay, what do you mean by that? Why they have
They-
like that?
And they don't have. They won't be having good food to eat.
Because of that? Is it
Man,
that is it that only good food?
no water.
They don't have. Sometimes they eat only once in a day or twice in a day, not beyond that. Okay, so that can result in malnutrition. Anjo, can you tell the remaining points? Any other point related to it?
No access to electricity.
What is that?
No access to electricity or cooking fluid.
Okay, cooking fuel, they don't have, no access to electricity. One more point. I hope all of you are writing down all these points. If you are writing down, then you will not have any confusion. Elvina, on your video. Basil. Yes. Sneha, can you tell?
Yes, ma'am. No access to safe water. That is, they have unsafe water.
Okay, then?
Then gender inequality. Women face more than men.
Okay, so these are few points through which we can identify the poor people, or these are the few features of poverty. Now, next, I told you who are all coming in the category of rural poor. I showed you some pictures also related to that. These are the category of people whom we consider as poor people in the urban areas, like pushcart vendors, cobblers, flower sellers, street vendors, rag pickers, beggars, because they are not having a proper income to support their family or support themselves. Because of that reason, we consider them as in the category of poor people, or they are the people who sell the things in urban areas. Okay, so here they don't have why don't they have proper employment, or why don't they have proper income? Why is it so? Cobblers they are doing their work, right? Even then they are not having proper income. What is the reason for that? Can anyone say? Can anyone think of? Cobbler is also doing some work, but he is not getting proper income. What is the reason? Anila, can you think of? Say.
Course, ma'am. If only people who will come to them.
If only people are, having some problem with, that's what you are telling.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about the rag pickers then? What is the problem with their income? Just think of income. How is their income? Is it a very good income, high income, low income? How is it?
It's low.
It's very low. Because of that, they can't support their family. And one more thing is there, like cobbler, flower sellers, rag pickers, street vendors and all, they need not have too much of skill. So those who are not having skill, they will enter in this particular occupation, or they will come in this particular occupation. And what happens here? And like that, many will be joining. So you think of an area where 10 cobblers are sitting. So many are there. So we can go to anyone. So they may not get much people for doing the repair work. So if they are not getting work, that means what? They are not getting income for supporting their family. So this is one problem you can see associated with the urban poor and the rural poor. I told you that rural poor, who are all coming, agricultural laborers, cultivators, then those landless laborers. Another one thing, urban poor are largely the overflow of rural poor who had migrated to urban areas. Why they have migrated to urban areas? In search of employment, in search of casual jobs, maybe in search of some construction work, or sometimes what they do, they are employed by themselves. They will be involved in some self-employment. Okay, so these things you can see especially related to the rural poor. In urban, that is what I said, when rural poor numbers are more, we consider it as an overflow of rural poor. More and more people are there in the rural areas who doesn't have job. So what happens? They think that They expect that, okay, if you go to cities, if you go to urban areas, they are going to get work, or they can enjoy, they will become rich. These kind of expectations are there. That is why they move to urban areas. Next one, there are two measures of poverty. One is absolute poverty, another one is relative poverty. Okay, so what are the two measures of poverty? Amal Raj, what are the two measures of poverty?
Absolute and relative.
Absolute poverty, relative poverty. Absolute poverty. Absolute poverty means what? Can anyone think of that? From the word itself we can understand absolute poverty. What do you mean by that? Anyone? You try to tell, na? What is there? All are being quiet. Yes. Anyone? Tell. What do you mean by absolute? Let it be wrong. There is no harm in that. Yes. What is absolute poverty?
It is a condition where the poverty exists in a very extreme manner.
Extreme manner. That means very poor. They don't have money to support their life, or even to meet the basic needs of life. That kind of poverty we can call it as absolute poverty. Relative poverty, in the sense we are relating two people, we are comparing two people. So A is poorer than B, like that we are comparing. Okay, that kind of poverty we call it as relative poverty. So two measures of poverty, which are they? Absolute poverty and relative poverty. Okay, next, what do you mean by absolute poverty? This is what absolute poverty. It refers to the inability to satisfy the basic necessities. It's not necessary that education and healthcare, the very basic necessities are food, shelter, clothing. Even that cannot be satisfied. That kind of poverty we call it as absolute poverty. Why are they in poverty? Because of insufficient income. They don't have proper income. Because of that they can't satisfy. Even they don't have a minimum subsistence. Minimum subsistence in the sense they don't even having money to satisfy minimum needs of our life. Okay, so here poverty can be identified as having insufficient income to maintain a minimum subsistence. They don't have a minimum subsistence at all. That standard of living is not there. So it is different in different countries. Okay, in our country we may say that, okay, you might have heard that having a car in our country we may say it is luxurious, but having a car in US, it's not a luxury, it's necessary there. So this you might have heard. So it depends upon countries, the level of living over there. Okay, so that you can see related to it. Absolute poverty, the meaning will be different according to different countries. Maybe in the urban areas it is different, in the rural areas it is different. So you can see that the picture in that, how they don't have anything to eat. Maybe you see how they have dressed up, how they have combed their hair or not. You just see how what is the situation. Okay, so absolute poverty means what now? Femina, what is absolute poverty?
Defined as insufficient income to maintain a
minimum standard of living, or minimum subsistence standard of living. So they are not able to satisfy their basic needs. Now what is relative poverty? Okay, so here we are comparing the poverty or the income of one to another. So it refers to a poverty of people in comparison to another place or another person or country. Relative poverty refers to poverty of people in comparison. Relative poverty refers to the poverty of people in comparison to another person, place or country. Here one example is given. There are three people, A, B, C. What is their earning is given. How much is A earns? Sneha? What is the earning of A?
1,000.
1,000. Okay. Ashish, what is the earning of B? Ashish. Earning of B. Anjo? Anjo?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is the earning of B?
5,000.
5,000. Okay. Then what is the earning of C? Shubham? Shubham? Basil?
25,000.
Yes. What is the earning of C? Basil, I didn't hear.
25,000.
25,000. So, three incomes are given here. So, we are just comparing. A is poor in relation to B. Okay. And B is poor in relation to C. This is the comparison. This comparison kind of, then we are coming to a conclusion. A is poor in relation to B. So, that kind of poverty we call it as relative poverty. Okay. So, relative poverty we are using to compare the people maybe, or to compare the countries. So, what do you mean by relative poverty? It is mainly used for comparison. Here three people they have given, and that among these three people we are coming to a conclusion that who is more poor, or A is whether poor or not in relation to B. These things we are coming to, these points we are taking from this kind of poverty we call it as relative poverty. Now, how can we identify, because this is poverty based on income level and not on minimum subsistence consumption level. How are we taking this relative poverty? It is based on income of people, not on the consumption level or subsistence level. So, that is another one difference you can see with the absolute poverty. Relative poverty is defined as poverty based on income level and not on minimum subsistence consumption level. Now, few example is given. They have taken a teacher here, big businessman here. That is what big businessman is given. You know that business people always, they are very rich, they earn lot of profit. These are few examples, okay. Now, so here a teacher and big businessman, comparison is made. So, we say that a teacher is poor in comparison to a big businessman, because big businessman earns lots of money or lot of profit. So, he earns a good money compared to a teacher. That is what. Now, again we are taking the teacher to a casual worker. Casual worker means what now? What do you mean by casual worker? Who is a casual worker? Grishma, who is a casual worker? Daily wage, in the sense maybe daily wage workers, the workers who are in the working as construction workers, all those people come under casual worker. So, we are comparing now whom? Casual worker and a teacher, and we are coming to a conclusion that a casual worker is poor in comparison to a teacher. Now, another one comparison between the countries, India and USA. When we are comparing India and USA, we are telling that India is poor in comparison to USA. So, again India is poor, that we know, but again one comparison, if when we take, we are considering we are not as poor as that particular country. Which is that country? Somalia. Somalia is poor in comparison to India. That means India is better. That is what. So, like this kind of explanation comes under which category? What kind of poverty it is?
Relative poverty.
Relative poverty. Okay. So, once more, measures of poverty. There are two kinds of poverty. Which are they? Which are they? Aditya?
Absolute poverty and relative poverty.
Absolute poverty and relative poverty. Elvina, can you tell what do you mean by absolute poverty?
It refers to the poverty means the inability to fulfill the basic
Basic
requirements.
needs or requirements, that kind of poverty we call it as absolute poverty. Aishwarya, can you tell the relative poverty?
It is the in relative poverty we compare the people between people or countries or places.
Okay, Tomlin, can you tell one example for relative poverty?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, teacher and businessman.
Teacher is?
Big businessman. Big businessman.
Say that sentence, a teacher is poor in comparison to big businessman. Okay, so this is what related to absolute poverty and relative poverty. Now, have you heard about this person? Dadabhai Nauroji? Have you heard? Yes or no? No answer for that. No? Don't know about him? Hanna, have you heard about him?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you tell where you heard about him, which subject?
He is coordinates the calculation.
Not that one. You might have studied about him. Karthik, have you heard about him?
No, ma'am.
No. Aparna? No?
No, ma'am.
Oh, is it like that? Okay, Dadabhai Navroji, he was there in the history. He was, he was there in the history, in the sense history subject I am talking, okay. He was considered as a beginning, he was considered as a freedom fighter, or he used to tell what is that, Indian money is drained from India to British, drained or taken from India to British, drain of wealth. Something you might have heard about him, I feel. Okay, if you have not heard, he was there. He was a very good freedom fighter, but not the real fighting sense. He used to tell that the bad drawbacks of this British people and all. Now about